Okay, so good morning, everyone. In the last session, we have discussed about the Apriori algorithm. So in Apriori algorithm, we have discussed that this algorithm is designed to find out the frequent item set, and we will find out the frequency of any item set from smaller set to the larger set. It is proposed by Agarwal and Srikanth in 1994. Then we had discussed one example where I have taken an item set containing information about the item, and then we have applied the a priori algorithm on this item set, and the final outcome we get that frequent sets of item in the database. So in this example, we have assumed the support threshold equal to 3. So we can calculate the support inside the a priori algorithm. So let us just go to that. So there are three components of a priori algorithm. One is support, another is confidence, and third one is lift. So support is basically, as we have already discussed, support is equal to transaction involving the item k divided by the total number of transactions. So if let me open the jam. Okay, so in this example, we have discussed about these item set, and then we have calculated the support of these item set. So suppose we are calculating support of item 1, so it will be calculated as a number of transactions involving the item 1 divided by the number of total transactions. So you can find out that there are 1 is being involved in 3 transactions, so 3 will be the number of transactions involving 1, and the total number of transactions is 7, so we'll divide the 3 by 7. So by this way we can calculate the support. Another way to create we can also calculate the confidence. So confidence is basically likelihood that customer will buy both items. So suppose a customer is buying the milk and he's also buying the bread, then what is the likelihood that a customer next time a customer will buy the milk and bread both? So to find out that, we need to calculate the confidence. The confidence will involve transaction involving k and t, where k can be represented by the milk and t can be represented by the bread or jam. So it should be divided by the total transaction involving the jam. So how can we calculate the confidence? So if I will calculate the confidence, so it will be come out. Suppose we are calculating confidence of, suppose we are calculating the confidence of 1 comma 2. So you can find out that it will be regarded as the transaction involving the 1 and 2. So there are 3 transactions which is involving the 1 and 2. So we'll take the 3 and the transaction involving the 2. So if you take the transaction involving the 2, that will be 6. So there is a slightly correction here. So it will be 6. So by this way, we can calculate the confidence of any given item set. And third component is lift. So lift is calculated to find out the likelihood of a customer buying both items together. So we can calculate lift equal to confidence of T and K divided by support of T. What is the confidence? We have already seen how to calculate the confidence. Then we can calculate the support, and if we'll divide both the terms, we'll get the lift. Now, let us do one example here. So I have taken this example. Please go through this example and just give me the output of support, confidence, and lift for the this problem. Okay, please do it. You have 5 minutes. You can paste your answer in chat box, or you can also paste in the answer in the Jam notebook. So you can also write the answer here if you want to do some calculation, or you can. Okay, so whatever required, you have 5 minutes to do the find out the support, confidence, and lift here. If anyone has any issues while understanding the support, confidence, and lift, he can raise the query in the chat box. We can repeat the concept. I'm not getting any response. Okay, okay, okay. IUC and Muhammad had responses. There is a support of 10. Let me paste this response in the jam. The chat is visible to everyone. Okay, is it visible? Okay, okay. Only three responses. What about the other student? What about the other student? Only three responses. There are 22 students in the session. Only three, four students are responding. I will assume that all other students are not giving their proper attention to the session. One more response from Tushar Sharma. Manas Yadav. Manas, please reply. Manas, please respond. Rahul Raj, am I audible? Nandini Chaudhary, these guys are not responding. Subhana, please respond. Okay. So, Amartya, what is the problem? Okay, let me open the jam. There you can. I have already opened the jam. Let me. Okay, Amit. Support bread will give different answer. How? Let me create the first item set. So what will be the item set here? Jam, bread. Okay, there are two item set, jam and bread. Jam, bread, jam, comma, bread. So there are 200 transactions that are containing jam, 300 transactions are containing bread, and these 300 are including 100 that include bread as well as jam. So 100 transaction is including bread and jam. But it is saying that 300 transaction, let me, am I audible? Okay, so but it is saying that these 300 transactions, including 100, include 100 that include present. So if I will take this 300, so again 100 transaction including the jam and bread. So bread is counting both ways. So bread will be counted 300 times only. Okay, bread will not be counted. Okay, jam is again counted by 200 times. So again, it will become 100 because 100 is there, it will become 200. So that will be a ratio. Why is it so? Because if you are talking about the 300 transaction, so 300 transaction including the jam and bread total, where 200 only contain the jam. So if jam bread is of 100 transactions, then the 100 transaction left, which is having the jam and other items. So it can have only jam or other item itself. And again, it can also include bread and other items. You can assume that there's not be any other item, and jam can be bought separately. So these are the uh, transactions of these items. Now we have the we can calculate the support of the item. We can also calculate the limit of the item. So on. So I don't think so that it is a problem to calculate the uh, yes, their total number of transaction 2000. So I don't think so that Amarthi bread is included two places, so it will be included 300 transactions. So the answer will be 300 divided by 2000. So support of bread is 15%. Everyone is calculating 10%. Okay. So, okay. So these are the answer. Okay, I'm wrong somewhere. Support of jam is 200 divided by 2000. In the jam, okay, so 200 items containing the jam. Okay. We'll bifurcate the jam and bread item set when we'll calculate another thing. So these are the answer. Is it clear to everyone? If you are,
हेलो सर।
yes, please.
सर यहाँ हम लोग सपोर्ट जैम का ही क्यों निकाल रहे हैं? ब्रेड का भी तो निकाल सकते हैं, सपोर्ट फॉर ब्रेड। तो उसके बाद तो
ये
आंसर चेंज हो जाएगा।
नहीं,
या
ब्रेड
इसलिए
और
हम इसको
जैम का
निकाल रहे हैं
सपोर्ट
क्योंकि
अलग
जैम
लगाएगा ना।
क्लियर कर। हाँ,
ओके,
मतलब हम
दोनों का,
लोग जैसे दो आइटम्स है, जैम और ब्रेड।
यस यस,
तो ये जैम का 200 कंफर्म है, इसलिए सपोर्ट जैम का ले रहे हैं। और वो जो
ओके
300 ब्रेड वाला है उसमें इंक्लूडेड है जैम और ब्रेड, इसलिए उसका सपोर्ट नहीं निकाल रहे हैं। सर ये मेरा क्वेश्चन है।
ओके। यहाँ पे जो ये बोल रहा है कि 200 कंटेनिंग द जैम एंड 300 कंटेन अ ब्रेड, ठीक है। तो हमें ऑलरेडी पता चल गया है कि 2000 ट्रांजेक्शन में 300 का ब्रेड है। तो ब्रेड को जब हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे देन विल डिवाइड 300 डिवाइडेड बाय 2000, ठीक है।
यस सर। तो
तो
यही हम पूछना चाह रहे थे कि यहाँ पे जो क्वेश्चन है उसमें तो केवल ये लिखा है यूजिंग दिस डेटा फाइंड आउट द सपोर्ट कॉन्फिडेंस एंड लिफ्ट। तो हमको कैसे पता चलेगा कि सपोर्ट जैम वाला या ब्रेड वाला यूज करना है? ये हम
ये आपको दोनों का निकालना था यहाँ पे। ठीक
अच्छा,
है,
दोनों
ऐसा,
निकालना।
हाँ, दैट इज ओनली फॉर द एग्जांपल, बट in this problem we have to calculate the support of jam and bread, because when we are calculating the support, we are calculating support for each and every item. Then
मतलब
we,
दो दो, फिर दो अलग अलग आंसर आएंगे।
why, अच्छा, कॉन्फिडेंस, देखो कॉन्फिडेंस दोनों के लिए आएगा। कॉन्फिडेंस, इफ यू आर टेकिंग द कॉन्फिडेंस दैट अ पर्टिकुलर पर्सन विल बाय द ब्रेड, है ना, इफ इट इज बाइंग द जैम। और सेकंड क्वेश्चन
हम्म
होगा कि पर्सन इज बाइंग द जैम इफ इट इज बाइंग द ब्रेड। तो दोनों
हम्म।
के केस में प्रॉब्लम अलग हो जाएगी, तो दोनों के कॉन्फिडेंस अलग आएंगे डेफिनेटली,
ओके सर, ठीक है सर।
है ना। एनी अदर
हम्म।
इशू फ्रॉम
नो
एनीवन?
सर।
Okay, thank you, Amit.
थैंक
Good question. Any other student? Shall we proceed further? Okay, so if you have a problem, you just write in the chat box. So by this way, we can calculate all the support confidence lift. If there is a one node, if lift value is less than one, it means that customer are unlikely to buy both the items together. Greater the lift value, the better is the combination. Okay. Now, Uh, the next topic is handling the large data set in main memory. Okay. So let me take. Okay, it's a uh, small topic. So as you know that big data is too large in size. So when we are processing the big data, we can't load all the information in a main memory, and we have a limitation of a main memory and as well as the computing processing capability. So when we are handling the large amount of data, we have to be very much careful. So streaming algorithms are designed such as to process the data stream where input is represented by sequence of items. So there is a certain restriction with when we working with the streaming algorithm. First thing, it have only few passes to process the information, because if you are getting a continuous stream of data, so you are not having time to analyze the whole data again and again and trying to find out something. You have only one or two one or two frequency to analyze the data, because you have to generate the result and you have to analyze the newer or upcoming data stream which is being generated from different sources. So the problem with the streaming algorithms are having a limited memory available to them and also limited processing time per item. It required to produce an approximate answer based on a summary or sketch of the data stream and memory. So there are two basic techniques, sampling and sketching, that can be applied in a streaming algorithm to process the big data, large big data with the memory constant. So sampling we have already discussed. How can we take the sample and what are the different sampling algorithms? So you can review that topic again, and you can also see the video lecture uploaded on YouTube. So same way we can apply the sampling. So we'll take a portion of data from a data stream and we can process that data on using the main memory and computing resources. So that will be quite feasible for our approach. So we have already discussed the sampling, so we are not going to repeat it again. Sampling, let us a brief idea about it again. It is a general technique for tackling massive amount of data, and you have to, for example, if you compute the median packet size of IP packet, so you can take samples of some IP packets and use the median sample as an estimation of the true median. So suppose you have to calculate the large amount of data, you have to find out the what is the average of particular data, average distribution of that particular data. So you take some sample of those data set and you can take the average uh, of average distribution of those samples, and you can assume that whatever the features are represented by the sample, that will be applicable to the whole large data set. So sketching is another technique for processing the stream. It will project high dimensional data to a smaller dimensional space. The lower dimensional data is then used to estimate the quantities of interest. So you can, if you have a data set which having a very high dimensionality, you can reduce the dimensionality using some dimensionality reduction approaches, and then you apply the again sampling and other algorithm to process the information. Okay, so limited pass algorithm, because it is a quite long topic, so we'll discuss it in the upcoming session. So that's all for today's session. If you have any question or doubt, we'll open the session for another 10 minutes so that we can discuss about the question and answer. Okay, thank you guys for joining the session.